Alright, today we're going to do the advanced version of order of operations, so this is part 2. You could add these to your other notes. Remember, there are 4 steps to order of operations, not 6. PEMDAS is a lie if you think it's 6 steps. It's 4 steps. So we do a PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, but you have to combine multiplication and division. Same thing with adding and subtracting. Those are our 4 operations, but we can also write those as exponents in parentheses. Today we're going to have an inside parentheses and then an outside brackets. Let's dig in. Okay, so here's your original problem. 1 plus 12 plus 36 divided by 8 times 5. But I am adding parentheses on this problem. So write this problem, and then I like to add the parentheses later. Around the 12 and 36, and then brackets around everything except the times 5. So we know the times 5 is going to be last. Okay, so first we start with inside parentheses. 12 plus 36 is 48, and I want to rewrite the problem every time, every step. Don't get lazy. Don't try to do too much in your head. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 operations that we're going to be doing, so I need to show 4 steps. Okay, next, I do have parentheses around the 48. I don't need those anymore. We can do 48 divided by 8 next, which is 6. I do have to keep the outside brackets, though. Okay, next I'm going to do the 1 plus 6 because that's in parentheses or brackets. And then finally, we have 7 times 35, which is 35. Okay, so I had 1, 2, 3, 4 steps in that order. Okay, our next one is written as a fraction. So we actually have to treat this fraction as we're going to do this division last. We can't do it early on. So we could separate and figure out the numerator and figure out the denominator, or we could write it all as one. I'm going to write them separate and then come back to the original problem. Okay, so first I'm going to do the numerator. 8 times 9 minus 4. So I'm going to just rewrite it over here. I'm okay with you doing it all as one step, but I think it's easier to see it written out separately. So 9 minus 4 was 5, so we have 8 times 5, which is 40. So my numerator over here is going to be 40. Now for my denominator, I'm doing all of this. So 2 plus 6 squared minus 18. First thing we do is exponents. 6 squared is not 12, it's 36. 6 times 6 is 36. So 2 plus 16 minus 18. Next we have to decide if we're going to add or subtract left next. Well, we need to go left to right. If the subtraction was first, we would subtract first. So 2 plus 36 is 38 minus 18, which is 20. Okay, so that was my denominator. That was the same as this. So I'm going to write it up there. 40 divided by 20, which is 2. All right, this next problem you write down is kind of interesting. 64 plus 3 cubed minus 2, and then in parentheses, 9 minus 3, and we're going to square that. So there are several steps to this. We can see we have an addition, we have an exponent, we have a subtraction, we have a multiplication here, we have a subtraction, and we have another exponent. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. So this one's going to take some paper. I want you writing all of it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is find parentheses. 9 minus 3, 6. So we want to rewrite this. I'm going to leave the parentheses around it. You could instead put multiplication between it. Okay, next thing we're going to do is exponents, left to right exponents. So here's my next one, 3 cubed. Don't tell me it's 9. It's not. 3 times 3 is 9, times another 3 is 27. All right, now I've got another exponent here. So I'm going to do 6 squared, which is 36. So I'm going to do 2 times 36. Again, we're writing each and every step. Let's not be lazy with this. Okay, now I have an addition, a subtraction, and a multiplication, so I got to multiply it next. 2 times 36 is 72. Okay, so now I'm left with an addition or subtraction. The addition is written first, so that's what I'm going to do first. 64 plus 27 is 91. And then last but not least, 91 minus 72, which is 19. Okay, so let's review what we did. If we look back at the top, first thing we did was here, 9 minus 3, and then we did our exponent, and then we did our exponent, then we multiplied, then we added, then we subtracted. So that was 6 steps, so I wrote it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, good luck on today's assignment.